It didn't start with a fight. It started with a solution. The kind that sounds reasonable until you realize it only works if one person sacrifices everything. And in this case, that person was me. I'm 27. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment with my roommate who's 28. We signed a 15-month lease together. 9 months left. Stable, predictable, normal. Or at least it was. We both make around the same hourly rate. The only difference is, I just started a new job. Base pay plus commission. But right now, I'm still in training. No commission yet. No real idea what my actual income will look like. So I'm in that awkward phase where everything is uncertain. And the last thing I should be doing is making risky financial decisions. But she didn't see it that way. Because around the same time I started this job, her life changed too. Her car broke down. And instead of replacing it with something similar, she upgraded. Car note. Full coverage insurance. A brand new monthly burden. And somehow, that became my problem. At first it was small comments. How expensive this place is. We could find something cheaper. But the rent hadn't changed. It was always overpriced, sure. But it was consistent. Predictable. The only thing that ever fluctuated was utilities. And even then, it never changed more than maybe $100. This wasn't a crisis. This was a choice. Her choice. But then came her solution. She wanted me to go to the leasing office, give permission to remove her from the lease, and take over the apartment by myself. Just like that. No discussion about whether I could actually afford it. No consideration of my situation. Just, you'll figure it out. I told her no. Not forever. Just not right now. I needed time. A few real paychecks. Something concrete. Because qualifying on paper is not the same as surviving in reality. But that wasn't good enough. So she gave me a deadline. 2 months. 2 months to restructure my entire life. 2 months to either get a second job, move my ex back in, or magically become financially stable overnight. And the craziest part, she kept telling me I could afford it. Like she had access to my bank account. Like she knew something I didn't. Meanwhile, I'm the one being asked to take on full rent, cover all the extra fees, risk not qualifying, or find a random roommate in an apartment that has literal sewage issues. But somehow, I'm the one being close-minded. Then it stopped being a conversation and started becoming pressure. She said she might just leave anyway, that I'd have to deal with it. And then, like it was nothing, she said she'd be okay with me taking an eviction if I kept saying no. That's when something shifted in me. Because you can't claim you're trying to help me while being okay with me losing my home. That's not help. That's a threat. And suddenly everything she said before felt different. Then came the guilt. All the things she's ever done for me. Rides, groceries, helping with bills. Like I owed her something. But what she didn't say was that I had helped her too. This wasn't charity. It was mutual. Normal. Equal. Until now. Until suddenly, it became a debt I was supposed to repay. By risking my entire stability, I started questioning myself. Am I being unreasonable? Am I missing something? So I did something I never thought I'd do. I reached out to her sister. I sent screenshots. I needed perspective. Because at that point, I felt like I was losing my grip on reality. And her sister didn't defend her. She agreed with me. Said she's tried to give her advice before. About money. About decisions. And she doesn't listen. She was so fed up. She told me not to involve her again. That was the moment it clicked. This wasn't confusion. This wasn't miscommunication. This was a pattern. So I drew a line. Clear, firm, non-negotiable. I told her, I am not agreeing to this. And if you try to leave while still on the lease, and drop your responsibility on me, I will take legal action. Because I'm not carrying a burden I didn't create. Even then, she didn't back down right away. And honestly, that told me everything. Because someone who cares about you doesn't push you to the edge just to make their life easier. Her financial strain didn't come from this apartment. It came from the car, the payments, the insurance, the choices. And instead of adjusting those choices, she tried to rewrite the situation so I would absorb the impact. I even suggested mediation, a neutral space, a real conversation. She shut it down, said I just wanted my way. But this was never about my way. It was about not destroying my life. To fix hers. Aftermath/twist. Eventually, she gave in. Said she'd stay. Said rent would be paid. 9 more months. Problem solved. Right. Not exactly. Because it wasn't framed as understanding or compromise. It was framed as her losing and me getting my way. Like this was some kind of game. But there was no victory here. Just damage. The kind you don't see immediately. The kind that sits quietly. In the way you look at someone now. The way you double-check everything. The way you stop feeling safe. In a place that's supposed to be your home. So yeah. We're still living together. Technically. But something is different now. The trust is gone. The comfort is gone. And the only thing left is time. 9 months of it. And a quiet promise to myself that I will never again put my stability in someone else's hands. Because the hardest lesson I learned from all of this wasn't about money, or leases, or roommates. It was this. Some people don't ask you to help them. They ask you to risk everything, so they don't have to.